ทำไมไปใช้ชีเคน
He took his first step on the spiritual journey to seek the truth. He turned from a prince to an ascetic. While treading on new paths, Siddhartha met many hermits and sages and learned many ascetic practices, mastering them and gradually immersing himself into self-introspection. In one of the ashrams, a group of 5 monks, Patil, Mahana, Bhavya, and Ashwati, saw Siddhartha in a deep meditation.
Who is he? Look at the divine peace on his face. He looks unperturbed by the outside world. He is fully absorbed in his deep meditation. You should remain with him and follow his ways. That will surely lead us to enlightenment.
They became the first followers of Siddhartha, adopted his methods of meditation, and progressed in their own pursuit. Six years of concerted meditation in various ashrams did not bring Siddhartha any closer to the answers he was looking for. He realized that it was still a long way to go, and the time available with him was merely one lifetime, within which he, like a single earthen oil lamp, must first get enlightened with the truth, and then light up the lamps of truth in the people around him.
When like a single lamp, it goes off after a few hours. But if several lamps are lit with single lamp, we can create unending light. It will make the lives of many more.
Siddhartha had a strong conviction that it is important to win the war that is constantly raging within oneself. By doing so, one would acquire everlasting peace. This state of eternal bliss remains within us forever, like a shadow which cannot be separated. With this determined objective, Siddhartha left the set routine of the ashram and decided to practice asceticism on his own with the highest degree of balance to attain his spiritual goal. His followers too moved with him. They reached Kuruveda, a small village in Bihar, and sat for meditation for days without food and water. Siddhartha was punishing his body with ultimate preparations. He wanted to test his physical self to its limits. One day, when his body could not take it anymore, he fainted out of sheer hunger and fatigue. On regaining his senses, he realized that it was not the right way to find the truth.
Our body is like a string instrument. If we loosen the string, the music is no longer in tune. And if we tighten the string too much, it would snap, and there would be no music at all.
He gave up asceticism and walked to a house and, in a weak voice, asked for alms. Picture me. Picture me. When Siddhartha's 5 followers saw this, they felt cheated.
Look, he has given up his penance and is asking for alms, abandoning his meditation. What kind of a sage does that? He has lost his way. How can he lead us now? He is degraded now. We must find our own path, or we too will be dishonored like him.
Siddhartha was left alone. He was weak but determined. He started his meditation under a peepal tree on the banks of River Narayana with a new resolve. No matter what happens to my physical self, I will go on till I vanquish my doubts and find enlightenment. Through intense meditation to know his inner self, he finally emerged victorious. On the day of full moon, after nearly 40 days, he attained enlightenment. He understood the noble truths of life. Siddhartha became Buddha. That people tree is now called Bodhi Krish, and the place is known as Buddha. Buddha set about thinking as to how to spread the divine knowledge that he had attained. Who could be the people spiritually attuned to accept this knowledge? Buddha remembered his followers who had abandoned him. He began his journey towards Sarnath. When he entered Sarnath, the environment suddenly became serene. His fellow monks who had abandoned Siddhartha, thinking that he had gone astray, were entranced and humbled by the divinity on his graceful face. They realized that they had failed to grasp the greatness of Siddhartha's actions and welcomed Buddha with utmost respect and devotion. They became Buddha's first disciples. The place where Buddha met these 5 disciples is now called Chauhandi Stupa. Buddha smiled with compassion and sensing their eagerness, delivered his first sermon from the place where stands the grand bounmai Stupa in front of you.
In my spiritual journey, I have experienced 4 noble truths of life. The first noble truth is that the life cycle of birth to death is full of suffering. The second noble truth is that the cause of this suffering is desire. More than desires, greater is the suffering. The third noble truth is that giving up of desires can end the suffering. The fourth noble truth is that renunciation of desires can be achieved by following a disciplined, noble, eightfold path, which is the middle path. Following these paths is like entering a dark room with a light in hand. The darkness gets dispelled and the room is brightened.
Buddha stayed here in this compound for a few days at Mooladanda Pudding Vihar. Buddha's teachings were very simple. He solved the most difficult problems of life in a very ordinary manner. Once a woman came to him with her dead child.
Save him, my lord. He
เก
is
ษา
a
โค
my
ตมี
son. He can breathe again.
Second, let's get some mustard seeds from a family where no one has ever died. And I will revive them.
The woman stopped for a while and realized that no one can escape the eternal truth of existence, death. Once an angry farmer started abusing Buddha. He reached his limit of agitation and exhaustion, but Buddha remained calm. Regretting his mistake, the farmer asked Buddha,
I have been cursing you for so long. Don't you feel angry?
As long as I am not carrying any thought of resentment, no matter what you do to me, I cannot be angry with you. Your abuses are still with you.
anger is our enemy. It shatters our tranquility. It destroys us. No matter how violent the turmoil of thoughts and emotions within us is, when it comes down, we find serenity, the ultimate state of being. Such was the wisdom Buddha preached to people from all walks of life, kings, slaves, soldiers, or common people. He would often compare every living soul to muddy water, which is oblivious to the fact that beneath its surface lies purity and peace.
How does the water of a pond look like? After people have used it for bathing, washing, and for everyday needs. Dirty? But is the water really dirty? No. If left unprotected, its dirt will settle down after some time, and the water will achieve its true form, clean and calm.
Buddha established his Sangha and sent 60 of his first disciples to all corners of the country to spread his teachings among the common people. Buddha himself embarked on a long journey to reach people, to explain the noble path, and to show them a new way of life. Kings are known for the size of their empire, the duration of their rule, and how they treated their subjects. In the 3rd century before Christ, Maurya dynasty was a vast and powerful empire, ruled by an ambitious emperor, Ashoka. He attacked the new empire and fought a bloody battle that lasted for many days. Ashoka was victorious, but the victory left him soaked in the blood of hundreds of thousands of soldiers, mercilessly killed. This wanton destruction shook Ashoka to the core.
Such devastation, so much misery. How could I do it? Is my victory worth it?
A repentant Ashoka denounced war forever and embraced non-violence, compassion, and fellowship, the path of Buddhism. Ashoka reached out to people in far-flung places, preaching Dharma of Buddha to relieve their sufferings. He built thousands of stupas and viharas across the country and built many other memorials at Sarnath too. As you approach this complex, you cannot miss this towering Dhammic stupa, the construction of which was initiated by Ashoka and completed by other kings after him. The remains of the pillar from Ashoka's time exist in Sarnath even now. Its top was adorned with its royal symbol of 4 lions, symbolic of the 4 noble truths preached by Buddha, and the wheel of Dharma. These are now the national emblem of India. Ashoka built Dharmarajika Stupa and many viharas in Sarnath for Buddhist monks. He also paid his respects to Buddha by building Moola Kuti Vihara at the place where Buddha stayed in Sarnath. Buddha was born a prince, yet when he saw the suffering around him, he renounced everything, walked in Anku's path, understood the cause of suffering and the power to transcend. He spent his life teaching people that if one wishes to reach a state of no suffering, one must follow the noble eightfold path. His teachings remain relevant and would remain so eternally. The Stupa, the pillars, and the viharas still resonate with the calm ethos of Buddha's sermons. Some, it stands to fuse the spirituality, sends the message of love and compassion to the entire world.
เป็นบุญได้มาเห็น